Hearing your heartbeat inside of me. I keep your photograph beside my bed. Living in a world of fantasies. I can't get you out of my head. I shouldn't get so hung up on you.
Yo, getting started here in a few minutes, guys. Just give me a minute here. Man, Bear Pig, good to see you in the chat, bro. Yo, what's up? What's up? How's everyone doing, man? Let's make this a quick Bitcoin, ETH, meme coin, shit coin, all the coins. We're gonna do a quick analysis, and I want you guys to get some sleep tonight, man. This night's different, bro. Don't be up so late. Stop being up so late with me, man. Don't drink coffee like I am, like I'm doing right now at 9:45. Don't be like FG. Get some sleep, my children, because I have a feeling like crazy things are coming. We have to be ready. We have to be well slept, well rested, I mean. And, you know, it's a little tough to discern what's going on right now, right? It's times like this, I really got to come out here, you know? But, you know, on Bitcoin, like 15-minute looking divergent, waves coming down. Hopefully my volume is good. And hello, everybody. It's good to see all you guys in here. But yeah, I see Bitcoin's 15-minute waves coming down, price coming up, running away from our major June anchor support. So this is a little precarious. Honestly, it's a little precarious for me. not quite the place where I would be looking to enter along just yet. Just yet. Things will look a little bit precarious on the Bitcoins. Trading under the intraday VWAP for now. You know, puncturing down in there and showing, you know, the wildebeest. The hamstring has been torn on the wildebeest. The lions have injured their prey. And it seems to me like got some divergent action. All the workings of a minor pullback, right? A minor pullback. You see here on the 2 hour, you see the waves coming down and you see the price going up. Usually that means you want to take that seriously, right? I mean, historically, you see a hidden bear div and you want to respect it. You can't really ignore it. That being said, you know, we're in such a bullish posture over the June anchor, over all VWAPs. All VWAPs. These volume weighted sentiments placed at May, April, June, the all-time high, the year to date. All these ideas have converged. Everything is converging into one. We're in the eye of the storm. You know, on this 12 hour, you got the yellow oscillator aiming down. Wave starting to pinch over. 8 hour, momentum red dot, yellow wave cross down. Planning time frames aimed down at the current moment. Let's see if we are holding some kind of support. I could just go fishing with my VWAPs and I could just see, is there some Jesus miracle shit happening? Maybe we'll place a VWAP at this low. Okay. So if you place a VWAP at the recent scalp low, we are holding this line quite well. It is going according to plan. Everything is going according to plan as of now. I suppose if you were going to short down to the June anchor, you could just use this anchor right here. You place it on this particular low on the 30-minute chart. If the price falls below $70,000, $70,793, then the bulls do lose a lot of steam, right? You will have created some lower highs. You potentially will have created a lower low. And so, you know, if things get rickety, you do have a 1.5% dump down to the June anchor, at which point there's probably a strong bounce. Even if it's a divergent bounce and things do turn overall bearish, you should have a bounce there on that June anchor. But obviously the most worst case scenario for Bitcoin is a collapse. You know, if we lose the June anchor at some point in the next week or 2 weeks, you see that collapse down to the May anchor, that big mumbo jumbo short opportunity that I'm keeping my eye on. You know, I do not want to, I have that idea on the back burner because I've got a lot of VWAPs in the bulls' favor right now. And I do like how that May anchor is creeping up. You know, it's making the idea of testing that anchor a little easier of a pill to swallow if the price comes up, or sorry, if this VWAP comes up. I have like a little gnat like flying in my face, bro. He's trying to learn how to trade cryptos with me. But yeah, so a VWAP placed at this low seems to be a good steady baseline of you know, the line that's catching the longs for you in this uptrend. So if we lose this steady baseline, then I don't like this. You know, this is like FG doing 100 push-ups a day, right? Well, some days I do more than 100 push-ups. Some days I do 200 or 300 or 500, right? But if there's ever a day where I no longer do 100 push-ups and like we slip down here and I'm like, I'm sorry guys, it was just such a bad day. So much stuff happened. And all of a sudden I just post 50 push-ups. Well, then everyone's going to be like, what the fuck's wrong with you, bro? This is your only job in life was to post 100 push-ups a day until Bitcoin goes to 100K. And so my stock would immediately drop down to whatever people thought of me at the start of June. So any progress I made in June would be wiped out. And maybe I would have a chance to redeem myself from that point. But yeah, things wouldn't look good for me. Just like if Bitcoin lost this VWAP here, the steady baseline, it wouldn't look too pretty. And I love that about the anchored VWAPs is it tends to coincide with other TA tools such as Fibonacci's and you know, whatever you use, like, you know, whatever it is, like whether it's like a triangle, you know, that would be like a triangle breaking down, right? There's so many ways to view what a dump below that level would represent. But traders, a lot of traders would agree that if we lost that 70,800 level, about, things would look a little precarious, and it's already looking divergent. So you know, it's kind of a tough spot. Now, how do we know it's going to start pumping again? You could place a VWAP, a small little VWAP, right here at that recent high. And if we can pump over 71,284, another 130 bucks or so, then we have a potential to go even higher from this point. We could actually be ranging. We, instead of, like, you know, thinking of these big swings right now, we could simply be trading in this tight range, the VWAPs that have begun to flatten out from our recent high and from our recent low back there. So you know, you never know when you're going to catch some volatility or whether you're going to get caught in the chop, you know. And things are divergent. That means that the pumps are stalled out for now, is what I see on these scalp timeframes. So that means it could go lower or it could just get boring, right? But you know, we're a little bit range bound in these ranges. Currently, Bitcoin is trading. We could say confidently Bitcoin is trading from 70,726 to 71,300. What is the percent range on that? So it's a pretty tight range. It's only it's less than a 1% range. So we're pretty stuck at this current moment in time. But wait for a break of this VWAP structure here for some sort of play. You know, there's some really nice, good, soft support down at that June anchor at 69,700-ish. But also, we're in ape mode, right? Just going by my rules, just going by how VWAPs work. When you're over all VWAPs, like, it's never going to dumb pump unless you're over all the VWAPs. And so the environment, the requirement for things to go stupid on us have been met. So if it is going to happen, it would happen at a time like this and not at any time previously. But you know, like, you know, one thing I noticed is Jason Casper, he's happily, like, willing to throw away a flat screen TV to just catch the mega long, right? Like, he's like really gung-ho about catching, like, he's trying to catch the giga long, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, Jason Casper, he knows what's coming, bro. Julia Wins has been flopping and groping it along for 24 hours. Yeah, that can happen. Things look bullish. You enter a long. Now you're getting squeezed. Everyone's bullish, and you're like, what the heck's going on? But just abide by your risk management, and you could always re-enter if you get stopped out or if your initial idea was wrong. You always want to keep the trade within the frame of that initial idea. When that initial justification that got you in the trade is invalidated, oftentimes your reason to be in the trade fades. There's reasons to pull out beyond price going to a specific technical level. If enough time goes on and you're just sitting in a trade and nothing's happening, sometimes time duration is a reason to get out. Like, I will only be in this trade for X amount of hours or X amount of days. That's a reason to exit a trade as well. Chase Hughes says, gotta bounce, but keep leveling up, bro. Impressive progression. Yeah, man, man, it sucks he left already, probably, but Chase Hughes is a Chad, man. This guy's on, like, day 1600 of doing burpees every day, And he's definitely one of the figures that got me evolving from push-ups to burpees, getting a more full body workout in with this challenge for sure. So Chase Hughes is a Chad. Thanks for coming in, man. McLovin, good to see you back, bro. Glad you're in the stream. Turbo Daddy, good to see you, man. Vestige said, well said, FG. Yeah, I think we all got to know when to close. Yep. Yeah, man, just remember that, you know, when you stay in trades, you are paying a funding rate, right? So, you know, if basically your initial idea didn't play out, didn't come to fruition, you know, just reassess the trade, right? I'm not saying you have to immediately pull out, but sometimes you got to reassess a trade. That was definitely me with a short play on Bitcoin a day or two ago. I was thinking that it was going to short from the June anchor. We ended up just bouncing right off the June anchor perfectly. So, I mean, I thought we were going to dump below it. I was so confident in my idea that I didn't wait for the confirmation under that June anchor. And I was punished for it. So sometimes you may have an idea, you may feel strongly about it, but I would say wait for the confirmations, and if those confirmations end up undoing themselves on you, it's okay to reassess, for sure. Peter Milkman said, dude here has run 60 marathons in 60 days. What? Who's running a marathon a day, bro? That's crazy. Man, it just goes to show you, like, what we are capable of, you know? Man, the human body is capable of amazing things. The human mind, it can create any reality at once. Once you get those juices flowing, nothing can stop you guys, I'm telling you. Like, it may, like a cold shower, like at this point, you know, may feel like hell, but if you just did 100 burpees, you'll want to, like, just jump into an ice cold, like, you just want to like survive the sinking of the Titanic and just get some cold water because you're so overheated. Like, the cold water becomes a blessing. So yeah, a lot of the things that when there's like two modes. There's like a mode where everything is painful and everything sucks and you're cold, your body is cold and rigid. And then there's like when you're jazzed up, warmed up, and things don't hurt anymore, man. Life doesn't hurt anymore. So try to unlock that second state, that survival state, every single day, because living in the city, looking at computers all day, eating like shit and all these things, the lifestyle that they make for us by default puts you in that cold, stone cold survival. But we're trying to be in warm, hot, tropical. We're trying to be on the Miami beach with, look at all these beautiful people, man. I'm going to be here in 2 weeks. I'm going to be in Hollywood, Florida. I'm going to be supporting my boy Kai Stewart. So instead of making him sponsor NickCipher, I'm going to put FloppingGroper on him, bro. FloppingGroper, YouTube, the fish, me. It's going to be me. I am sponsoring him, bro, not NickCipher. So hopefully we get some new followers, some new blood in the YouTube chat. That'd be sick. But yeah, I'm shilling me in Miami, so we'll see how that goes. Let them trickle down and figure out NickCipher posthumously or whatever, like after the fact, you know. But maybe people will like me because I'm cool, or maybe not. Maybe they'll look at FloppingGroper and they're like, "Who's this creep? Who names themselves Groper? And screw this guy. Why would I take financial advice from him?" And that person would be correct. I'm looking for the people who are silly enough to look past that. You really gotta believe what I'm doing and be real in deep on this shit to be here right now with me doing this shit right now. You know, and I'm not afraid to admit that. I wasn't the one who chose FloppingGroper, man. This name chose me. This is the path God laid before me. Believe it or not, Jesus Christ told me to be FloppingGroper. Okay? And so I'm just doing the best with what the fates have given me, man. I mean, imagine being me. Like, you guys have to watch FloppingGroper on YouTube every day. Imagine being FloppingGroper every day. Like I wake up every day. But yeah, man, so we look at the crypto bubbles. Holy shit, man. Brett is killing it. Brett is like this like alt Pepe based meme coin that's on Coinbase, and it's doing really good. A couple other good projects. This Pith network doing pretty good. The Ordi doing okay. Pretty average green. Overall green. Nice bullish average. Nothing crazy going on. Cipher, what's my real name? My real name is Nick. You could call me Nick, man. I have two names. You could call me NickCipher or FloppingGroper, but NickCipher's kind of boring, bro. NickCipher's like, you know, for the older folk. You know, but for the younger folk, for the millennials like me, bro, then, man, I'm just FloppingGroper, bro. So Bitcoin, let's see. Are we still range bound? Are we breaking out yet? Still tussling around the VWAP. It's gonna be a fight. Is there any kind of, you know, I do see a little bit of a head and shoulders bounce off that support, getting a higher low with a lower low of 6-minute momentum. So we're seeing everything we need for a little run from the intraday VWAP to the recent highs VWAP, right? So we're gonna be like boop, and then we're gonna be here at this top VWAP. The only issue is that it's a little sideways. So I can't tell you if this is the volatility play or if this is just another undulation. But currently we do see hidden bull div. Maybe we break out from this intraday, but we'll have to see, man. It's just stuck in this little range. As for Ethereum, just yesterday, we were struggling with breaking out of this range, right? Remember I said ETH needs to come out of this range and then it looks a lot better. Well, now we did. We had that day that we were hoping for the next following day. One guy was even saying like that we were dumping, you know, under that. But that ended, and I said wait for a close, right? And so we waited for the close, and look, that was just a little bottom wick. That was like a last kiss of the gulag. You know, it's like your lover, you have a lover in the gulag and you give him one last kiss, but they can't come with you, man. So now ETH has escaped the concentration camp. And yes, it has some dogs chasing it for sure. But now it's free. Now it's free. This is a much better Ethereum chart than I was seeing just a day ago. This is everything that we want to see ETH doing, overcoming the anchor from its recent high and beginning its victory march. Yes, the current candle's red, but you can't have printing bias. Is that what that shit's called? What's that called when you just froth at the mouth and flop and grope over whatever color the immediate short-term candle's doing? Is that printing bias? Or did I just make that up? Sam XBT says we're all FloppingGroper. Yes, sir. We're all flop. Everyone was a FloppingGroper at one point. BG says he went fishing in the Everglades and almost caught an alligator. That's crazy, bro. You are a Chad. You almost caught the alligator, though? You should have actually caught him. What do you mean caught him? Is he like in a Pokeball? Like you're like summon him now? ManBearPig says we're pumping. Man, I was talking with ManBearPig in the comments earlier, and he was saying he needs to get on the burpee game with me. And I just told him, I'm like, man, inside every ManBearPig is a ManBear wolf howling for escape. So there's a beast. There's a beast inside you, bro. Slaughter that pig. Slaughter that fucking pig inside you, bro, and unleash the wolf. Oh, BG, you said the lore is in its mouth. For sure it'll rust out sooner or later. Dang, man. That's cool, man. You hooked a gator, bro. Use the classic fishing rod. That's so cool, man. What else is in the Everglades? Like catfish and shit, man? What were you trying to catch in the Everglades, bro? A rare, uncurable disease locked in some ancient peat moss? Tesla Man said good call on ETH yesterday. No problem, man. I didn't really make like a hard call on ETH, but all I did was provide you guys a key level where I was like, man, if we break out of this, it's significant, right? And we did break out of it. But like ETH is bullish. We just had the ETH ETFs, and so I'm pretty much just going with the flow. It's nothing special. You know, like I come out and I provide these levels. I provide a sound logic as to where I place them that convinces you guys that they are legit, and you know, it fits with the candle action. I go along with what I see as best as I can. But you guys see how I place the VWAPs. Like obviously if you place a VWAP at random candles, it looks stupid. So it takes skill to place these at the correct levels. You got to place them at relevant highs, relevant lows, first of the week, first of the month, first of the quarter. You guys get it by now. But yeah, this was a really important volume weighted downtrend for ETH to overcome. Really happy to see it overcoming it. And this should continue, even though, you know, you may see a little bit of divergence here on the short time frames. The VWAPs do not lie. The volume is in the bull's favor, and so any cool off of waves is likely more sideways down, not spiky, dangerous, like, you know, more like re-entry type stuff. Look for a re-entry as long as we're this bullish. Vestige says, what do I think about Pepe? Okay, so it looks like Pepe did have some nice bullish action up to the top of its current gulag. So the gulag, you place an anchor. Pepe's in a pretty tight range, right? We're gonna put an anchor on the recent bottom down there and the recent top, and this gives us our range. So Pepe has not been that exciting lately, and this current candle is confirming that we still have a little bit of cooking to do on Pepe. So my read on Pepe is that it's sideways and it's boring right now for a meme coin. That being said, this was still a 3.2% move. Like, these moves are still significant, and this is still worth trading and worth getting into. You just simply know the environment, right? If Pepe is in a sideways, less spiky, more volatile momentum environment, it still presents good trading opportunities because we have the key levels to enter and exit at. You have the VWAPs that it's pinging around in, and unlike Bitcoin and ETH, like, this thing swings up to a little VWAP and it's like a whole 5% for you. So Pepe is one of the greatest coins to trade right now. It's just hitting a little bit of resistance, you know, to be invested in Pepe. I am invested in Pepe. I'm just happy to see it like ranging sideways here, and eventually it is probably going to break out of this all-time high anchor, and you'll see more momentum plays to the upside in short time, in due time. But right now it's a little bit, it's tussling. Yes, the PG says BG, oh, he's talking about his Gator experience. He said it's an experience tussling with the dinos. But yeah, Pepe is tussling with the dinos right now, man. He's a little frog in the Florida Everglades, and he's in there with the Gators. But you can't count Pepe out because he is a based Sigma Chad who trains with Vegeta and Muse and listens to Linkin Park and all these things. So Pepe is going to have like a montage, and in like all of a sudden in 15 minutes after one montage, after one session in the anti-gravity chamber, Pepe will be unleashed. Floki had that run the other day, so you know, we want to monitor how's Floki doing after that run. Obviously you hit that volatility band. I think we were a little bit cautious on Floki yesterday, right? And I'm glad I was, because it seems like we're dumping down to the, is this the June anchor back here? Yeah. So Floki is just in a very surgical fashion coming down to its June anchor potentially. After hitting what line is the volatility band of that VWAP. You go to that June anchor, you click band multiplier 3, and you're wondering, where do I take profit on this mega shitcoin, right? And this is about where you would when you start hitting that upper volatility band. It's kind of time to start looking at any warning signs you see, you know, take them seriously, right? And you do see market Cipher don't lie. You see the money flow pouring out. You see the waves toppling down. You see the price action slipping below the intraday. You see everything you need to see to exercise caution. It's just up to you whether you want to heed the warnings or not. Brett is murdering it on the skip. Brett is murdering it right now, bro. Look at this shit, man. This is like super pumpamentals going crazy, momentum to the upside, above the 60 line, runaway train, yellow bellied, ass up. This is crazy, bro. I'm undulating in real life. I'm flopping and groping over here. This is cool, man. Is this like a cup and handle or something? That's a gnarly pattern, bro. The big spike down and then just eats it right back up. Man, I wish it wasn't a coin named Brett pumping like this, because like I've said this before, but man, Brett is just like that kid at the sleepover who's crying when you're all eating pizza and playing PlayStation 2, or you're outside camping and everyone's having a good time, right? And you're not even kids. You're like 14, 15 years old, and like Brett is just crying and he wants to go home. It's like, bro, just go home. But Brett's making a comeback, man. He's like 30 years old now and he's hitting the gym, so Brett's killing it. Couple supporting anchors here. So if you place an anchor on June 1st on Brett, and then at that relevant low there, you see they've kind of congealed and converged, and that provided a nice bounce level for Brett to get to where we're at. There's a little bit, if you just frothed FOMO'd in long, there's another like 5.88% for you there on the table right now. Right now. But once you hit these volatility bands, you open up the playground to divergence and all sorts of shit, man. Yes, sir. Definitely a meme coin to keep looking at, man. What about WIF, bro? How we doing on? How's WIF doing? I feel like it's been a while. I'm gonna try and keep this stream more on the shorter side so that you guys miss me more for tomorrow. I want you guys to miss me. I want you to love me. Is this a fresh bounce on the June anchor, man? Let's see. So we pumped off that May anchor. Let's check the quarter two. Actually, let's check the all-time high. This actually looks solid, guys. If I had to take a gander on WIF, I would say that you know, it's holding this big net of volume weighted average prices. It's got some good targets to the upside. You know, you've got in June, not much going on in June. Only like 6% upside. But, you know, if you look back at the previous like macro anchors, they fan out pretty far. They suggest, you know, as high as a 35% pump on WIF back to that all-time high. And I'm happy to talk about that because we've overcome these anchors and we've seen the whale splash on top of the major support that we like to see. So, you know, while other meme coins have popped off and done their thing, WIF is like locked and loaded. looks locked and loaded to me. Shiba Inu showing some strength over its low. It's holding that low. It doesn't want to dump down to the bottom of this range down here at the all-time abysmal lows. This is a new SHIB. SHIB rallied up majorly and is trying to make a new name for itself. It really needs to hold this steady baseline. If your SHIB goes below 2.45 cents, things get real hairy for SHIB. It's almost not even worth holding at that point. But by staying over this level, it does give us a surefire pump up to that all-time high resistance, another 11% on SHIB. And SHIB could get bullish. If Bitcoin gets bullish, meme coins get bullish, they're all gonna flop and grope in the sun, man. So SHIB will have its time. I'd say it just needs to hold this steady baseline down here. Here we are looking at Dogecoin. Damn, bro, it's not letting me do a VWAP. Let me try a different chart. Okay, here we go. Dogecoin in a similar boat. Doge definitely needs to hold 15.5 cents. It's trading in a kind of abysmal range. Not a bad range, actually. It's like a 8.7% range. Not a bad coin to trade even in this tight little range. But so far, we're holding 15.5 cents. It's a critical level for us, volume weighted. But there is some macro volume weighted resistance at 16.9 cents. So, you know, we got to come up to like 17 cents. At 17 cents, like, remember this number. If Doge can get to 17 cents or 18 cents, it does start looking a lot stronger. It goes into man mode. Imagine Doge with like huge shoulders. And he's jacked now. It's like proto Neo Doge. And he pumps 35%. But if he's like Anthony Hopkins, the creator of Cardano, or Richard Hart, the creator of Hex, then he may dump 23%. I think Elon should do some freaking push-ups. All right, let's check out some charts that, you know, kind of give us some clues as to the crypto market. We could look at the S&P. S&P is doing wonderful. Look, a fresh fan up on the daily. I say no more. I don't even want to look too hard into this. It's killing it. The S&P's killing it. The dollar's breaking an uptrend. Look at that uptrend that the dollar is breaking. Love to see it. Treasury bonds. Look, it looked like they were going to come up and we were going to see the collapse of the everything bubble with the quickness, but we are trending back down. There's no way these markets are coming down with a Democrat in charge, bro. Hell no, man. Just put that shit on pause for just one more year. Let's see if the Republicans win. If the Republicans win, then push the button. I can already see it now. A bunch of evil masterminds with long fingers sitting around a boardroom. It's the market makers. It's the NFT pencil neck profile picture dudes on Twitter. Bitcoin dominance, man. Is Bitcoin dominance still looking good? You got to look at the ETH BTC chart too, man. That's another important one. Let's see. So we already highlighted on the daily the standard bull div. A standard bull div is an indication of a short-term or long-term reversal, a change in trend. So we were headed down. We see a standard div. That is an indication that we are now headed up, whether it's short term or long term. on the 3-day. You know, we're seeing a little nodule trigger wave here. It's hard to buy into this because, you know, it's not a convincing anchor wave, trigger wave setup or anything like that. But if we do hold here, you'll know why. It's because we have some hidden bull div going on right there, where the wave bottoms, the green dots, trended down, whereas the price, not the price, but the dominance held a higher low. So some hope on Bitcoin dominance. What about ETH BTC, man? ETH BTC is a tough one to chart because of just what happened with that God candle. But interestingly enough, we get quite a bullish, look at this very nice daily candle on top of our VWAPs. What VWAP is this? This is, oh, okay, so ETH BTC is printing a nice bullish candle with a tall bottom wick on top of not only the year to date, but the yearly idea that ETH BTC is good or bad, right? Now that we're over that line, this yellow VWAP here, the year to date represents ETH having a good year on Bitcoin. And so this is defending that idea. Now we're also having, you know, this uptrend is remaining intact. This looks like a VWAP I placed at just the technical price low down here. And it seems to be trying to hold that level. So that's the VWAP analysis there. As for the, you know, the macro in the waves, like you guys see a textbook bullish div on ETH BTC that's still playing out. This is just such a large time frame that you're gonna see there's going to be blood and there's going to be green. But overall, I would expect this to play out beautifully over the next couple months. This textbook ETH BTC div. So right now, seeing the signs that I want to see, you know, a night falling down into these VWAPs, plunging in there, and then seeing some candle strength. Something nice might come to fruition off of this. For sure, ETH might have some good performing. Solana is having a little 1 hour dump ski here. Oh no, what's going on with Solana? What's going on, man? Solana, I mean, look at that money flow divergence on the 6-minute. The money flow just came right out of there. Waves tumbling down on the 65-minute, pretty textbook. Anchor trigger, money flow coming down. So you're gonna have to look for some support somewhere on Sol. How's Sol BTC doing? Still smoking too much weed. Can't even get a respectable pump off these anchors. Holding above them, but just content with success, man. I hate that, man. Don't you hate that when someone has something amazing teed up for them and you just watch them in real time not take advantage of it? It's like, bro, why didn't you just insert blank here? But yeah, that's Sol on the price right here. It kind of is like poised, locked and loaded, not really moving quite yet. Just kind of undulating, having some hard times lifting off. It's got some beaky buzzard shit, bro. Beaky the buzzard.
Why, killer, what are you waiting for? Get a move on! Get going! Scram!
No, 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 I don't wanna, no, no, oh, no, 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 huh?
Well, at least go out and get a little rabbit or something.
Oh,
like
no, oh, no, no,
sack,
no,
man.
no, oh, no, 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 I don't wanna, no, no, I really not, no, I'm not sure, I just don't, oh, no, no, no.
When it does finally start pumping, that's what it's gonna be like. And he's not gonna make it, man. He's not gonna make it out there in nature, bro. He's gonna get eaten by eagles and shit. Oh, shit. It's like playing Looney Tunes in the background. Yeah, we'll look at Caspa, bro, and then I am going to go. Caspa, I will look at Caspa for you, brother. But then we're gonna keep it peasy up in here. But you guys gotta stay and let me shield my shit real quick before you sign off. Caspa's looking a little divergent. Let's see here. Caspa's looking a little toppy, bro. Not gonna lie. Why are my anchors working? Dang it. Alright, here we go. Place an anchor at that top. Yeah, it's under resistance, bro. So no momentum swings to the upside just yet on Caspa. You gotta pump up like 2.7%. Get over 18.5 cents for Caspa to go 8 mode again. Right now it's got some stiff resistance. It's got some work to do. How's that May? How's the June anchor doing? How are we doing on that June anchor? Yeah, a little bit of a ways to come down potentially on here. This is your trading range. The June anchor and the new high, right? And so that's a pretty... We're looking a little red money flowy with potentially a long way down, man. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see on Caspa. So that's about it for the analysis. So make sure you guys got to get a Peasy shirt, man. How many times do I got to tell you? You got to get one of these Peasy shirts and post it, snap a pic on social media. Let me see you in these Peasy shirts. And you guys could use code Lightning, 15% off Market Cipher. Get the tools that I use in my analysis today. And make sure you guys like the stream. Drop a little comment. And man, I love you guys. What is today? Wednesday. We'll be back 2 more days this week. You guys have a good one.